Alright, everybody. Welcome back. We're just doing a little project here, and I figure it'd be a good time to kind of do a little bit of a story time here, possibly. Basically how everything just kind of started with me here on basically how I became a furry, and well, I was gonna try to keep a long story short here, trying to, you know, plus having some talking in the background, so I'm sorry if I'm a little distracted at times, but oh, it's getting a little heavy, you need to back off. Run over here. So, oh, there we go. Well, I died anyway, so. Basically, long story short, this is the kind of compressed version. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. But, how it all started out was, I think the same way for a lot of people. I was always a big fan of animals in the first place. I had grown up on a farm for about 19 years of my life, so how I found the furry fandom, I'm still trying to figure out to this day. I think I was one of those people that always knew that I was a furry, but I never really knew it, kind of thing. So, gosh, I'm really trying to think. It's kind of difficult for me to figure it out. I think what it all started out with was I was doing a project on different kinds of, I guess you could say, not really fandoms, but just like conventions. Just kind of like, I don't know, it was for like a social studies project where it was just sort of like, this is gonna sound horribly unprofessional. I have no script or anything, but basically furries came up, and I think it was like in a Guinness Book of World Records, and it was like, oh, the largest furry convention, and I was just like, huh, what's that? And I basically saw people wearing fursuits in this Guinness Book of World Records, and I was just like, huh, you know, I thought that was just a me thing, like, you know, oh, I seriously thought, you know, that maybe, you know, maybe I'm the weird one, I don't know. But, basically, and then how I found that, I looked up literally on Google just furry websites, just because I was trying to reach out a little bit, trying to see if, you know, maybe other people were like me. And literally the first website that came up for me, at least, was Fur Affinity. And so I made a profile, and I made my first persona. And I say first persona because he's still the same dude, but he's gone over some changes over the years. Sorry, I'm being suppressed pretty hard right here. Oh. Yeah, welcome to Battlefield 1, where the grenade spam. But anyway, so the first iteration of Falk, he was black and white, but he had like long blonde hair and a blue tip tail, and he sort of looked like he was, of course, you know, how original, he was a wolf. But I had him for about maybe either 3 to 5. It was like 3 to 5 months. It wasn't super long. But basically, what kind of started for me to have problems with him was I committed the cardinal sin and I stole people's art. This is the first time I'm ever telling anybody, and I'm telling it in a YouTube video, but I traced some guy's YouTube video, or some guy's for Affinity. I just traced his art and claimed it as my own. I just changed up the color, and you know, it was just, I was not very proud of it. I got caught. He didn't, I say I have a better close quarters machine gun, but the artist was, I don't want to say he was totally cool with it, but basically he knew the situation I was in, and he was just kind of like, hey, you know what, tell you what, I'll cut you a break if you delete the art and basically never do it again. So I've never done it ever since, and that's what, and it kind of was a wake-up call for me, and it woke me up so badly that I needed to change my persona entirely to where he was just this orange, yellow, and gray abomination. And I mean, holy crap, was he was not good looking for a while. I mean, he was still a wolf, but he was just an orange, gray, and yellow mess. You know, it was a sparkle dog with like burnt orange. So fun times with that. I only had him for about another 6 months before I changed him again to the blue wolf thing that he is now, but without one detail. And this is, I had 2 friends of mine who were sorry. I had 2 friends of mine whose personas were Tanukis. And my boyfriend at the time suggested that I put a paw print on my stomach because my character's big just like I am. And, you know, he only, you know, it's just this slate of nothing that's just white. So yeah, basically he put the paw print on my stomach, and I was still, at that point I went from wolf to husky, which of course, you know, still very, very original. But basically he started to look more like who he is today. Are you gonna come this way? Alright, well, I got one through there.
Take an objective death.
But then it comes to where I had 2 friends that were Tanukis, and I was just like, hey, I thought it'd be cool if maybe I became part Tanuki. So henceforth I became a Husky Tanuki, or a Tansky, which I cleverly thought. And then about 6-7 months ago, I was just like, you know what? I saw a YouTube video. If you haven't seen them before, definitely do it. It's Dash and Mangy in the morning, and one of their episodes they were talking about hybrid personas, and they were just like, "Oh, you're part husky just because you want the curly tail," and I was just like, "Well, you know what? They're not wrong." So I felt I didn't like change because of it, but it was just kind of like, you know, I was always debating it, so I just basically went full-blown Tanuki. And I've been the way ever since. And in terms of, I guess you could say, my part of the furry community now is that I currently am waiting for a suit. It is a One For All suit. If you guys don't know who they are, I definitely suggest check them out. I'm not promoted by them or anything like that. It's just I went with them because of the availability. The one big thing I did want with a fursuit was I wanted a movable jaw and follow me eyes. And the biggest thing with that was that I eventually want to get a camera for this so I can start doing proper Let's Plays where it's not just my voice over a gameplay or something like that. But it was a bit more expensive than what I was going for. I was looking for maybe about $2,500, but with the details I had and with everything came to be about $2,850. I've paid off the down payment and everything, and right now it's just a time of waiting right now. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, and definitely keep you guys updated on that. And I commissioned them in April of this year, so it's still gonna be a while. I understand. Ooh, can I snag this? Yes, I can. That and of course, so we get stuck immediately. I understand that, fursuit makers, they have lives too. Don't commission a fursuit and then expect it to be done like 2 weeks later. That's just not fair on them. They have other projects they need to work on. They're individuals that, they want to go out and have fun on the weekend too. So there's a plane just sort of. Is that our plane?
I can see a plane.
Oh, that's their plane. So yeah, basically, in terms of cons, I've never actually been to any fur cons. It's not by like I haven't had the ability to. It's just my availability in terms of work and other things throughout a schedule and everything fun like that. So it's just I work too much. But anyway, continuing on with like my story of my character and basically me and the furry fandom. After I moved to Utah about 7 years ago, after I graduated from high school. Hold on, it's probably already dead. Oh, no, he's... tank got him. But, basically, when I moved out to Utah, I became part of the Utah Furry group here. I haven't been participating in their events as of late, just because, like I said, I work a lot. But, basically, they kind of opened me up to... being an actual, part of the furry community and not just being just some guy on the internet that has a persona and everything. And, I plan on going to a few more of their meets that they've got going. It's just, again, work and, fun things ahead. So, yeah, just,
We have lost objective Charlie.
Yeah, so if you guys want, you guys can tell me about like your experiences with the furry community. I know there's a lot of, walked right in front of him. I know there's a lot of like commonplace drama about, oh, I want a suit, or, oh, I want this, or I want that, or I want to go to Anthrocon. And a lot of those problems can be really just summed up by your maturity and your patience. Because I was working at a car wash at the time, and the only thing that I really had to go off of was my tips from work. I would come home with anywhere between like $15 to $20 a day. And I would just put that money in my savings account, And soon enough, I had enough to get the down payment for a fursuit, but it took me well over a year to save up for it, and this maybe not be a good spot. Alright, so yeah, it really just comes down to patience, guys, and just patience, and just, again, your attitude towards the whole thing. If you get all mopey about everything, you know, you guys are gonna be miserable your whole life. I've found out things like that in the hard way, that it's just a lot easier to have a positive attitude towards things, especially things that aren't super serious, like having a fursuit and, you know, things like that. It's just things that you don't need to super worry about. You know, I've got all of my finances in order, all of my bills in order, and it all just became down to being patient and, you know, being responsible with your money. You know, I know it's kind of funny that, you know, when I was younger, I used to think, like, oh yeah, you know, I'm sick and tired of hearing my parents talk about being responsible with money and blah 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 blah. But guys, it's legitimately serious. Like, you know, be responsible with your money. You know, be careful with what you spend on. You know, don't buy something just to buy it. You know, you have to think about it. You know, you have to think about it considerably, and have, you know, don't commission a fursuit and then not pay rent for the next 4 months, because, you know, how are you gonna be able to, you know, you need a place to sleep, you need a place to eat, you know. Make sure you're taken care of first. Ah. Did he get him? I think he got him. I got him. Thank you! Hi, Dragon Boy. Alright. So, I think that's enough furry trash for one afternoon. So, just gonna finish out this match here and then continue on. So, if you guys haven't noticed from my last Battlefield video, I said that I did not have any of the DLCs, like the They Shall Not Pass or In the Name of the Czar, because I'm broke. Well, this person chose to be named Anonymous, but he was gracious enough to donate to where, basically, he was looking for somebody to play with in Battlefield, and I told him, well, you know, I'd be more than happy to play with you. I just don't have any of the DLCs or anything. So, you know, I'm sorry if I disappoint you with that, you know. So, but basically he's like, oh yeah, that's... It didn't even say how I died, it just said killed in action. Anyway, he was basically, I stutter a lot. He donated some money to where I can get both of the DLCs here, and so now I can play with him. And as you noticed, I have the new French LMG, the Chow, or however they call it, the Chow Chow. Chow Chow Cha 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 Cha. Basically, with the Chow Chow LMG, how it works is that it has a very, very slow rate of fire, but it does abnormally high amounts of damage. Its best comparison in terms of time to kill would probably be something close to like the BAR in terms of over a oh. You know, everybody seems to be... I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Let's switch it up to rifle here for some longer range. Oh. French war hero. Got an achievement.
For you, first aid.
Oh, I thought it had a spotting flare for a second, but...
We have lost objective Charlie.
Oh. That's what happens when... Oh my gosh, my team is not doing very well. But, with the Shosho, basically, lower rate of fire, but higher damage. And I actually liked some of the lower rate of fire weapons just because I'm not a big bullet hose spammer kind of guy. I'm more of a precision and accuracy. And this rifle here, it's basically the same thing, but for medic rifles. It's like the RSC 1917. Oh, there's a cavalry dude there. Of course, as soon as I start recording, I just die instantly on most maps and whatnot. Wait, I'm gonna be cheeky here, can I? No, dang it! It's like, hold on, I want to be on the winning team. But, basically, super slow rate of fire, but, you know, higher damage. You can two-shot people, I think it's like up to 44 meters? Alright, I got him with the... And then the pistol I have is... Ooh.
The enemy controls all objectives.
There, first aid. Me to right, chum.
Oh. Yeah, that...
Objective apples.
The auto-loading extended is a very popular rifle, so it's... Oh, dang it, he was coming to revive me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I'm helping. Well, I can help you, pal. Poke you with my needle. I'm gonna poke you. Are you dead? Yeah, you're dead, but I can't help you, unfortunately. I can get you. Oh, you're already. You're good.
I can fix your wounds.
Oh! Now somebody can fix mine, hopefully. You know what? I could use the label here just because there are...
Over there, an enemy scout.
Halfway there, the enemy has the upper hand.
Just because there are a crap ton of snipers. And we're losing A again.
Ammo, anyone? Lozenges, someone.
Lozenges. Usually like to people like to hang out in this bunker here, so
Are you hurt? I'll patch you up.
oh, I'm
We are losing objective apples.
oh shoot, we are. Oh, yay! Grenade spam. I'm gonna eat a cracker. All right, since nobody's using any spotting flares, this is.
We have lost objective apples.
Why is the Mosin all led?
We have a behemoth en route.
Why is this in the to say, let's just put the Gewehr.
The enemy controls all objectives.
No, I like the.
Our behemoth has arrived.
Our behemoth has arrived. The Lebel with the what pistols do I have? Let's just go with the Mars automatic. Do I have? Is there like a? Is there any other like Russian weapons? That's my Italiano. Yeah, like I said, I like to have. No, wait, the Fedorov Automat. Let me have my Lebel 1886. And then I'm gonna spawn in as cavalry. If I can ever run. Oh, yeah, if I could ever. Yeah, if I can ever run. Yeah, what the heck? I couldn't run. I think my controller might be a little messed up. It doesn't like me to run. That's something I've noticed lately. Maybe I need a new controller. The joystick seems to not want to have me run.
We've got to capture the position.
Oh. Yeah, we gotta capture this one first.
Capture.
Give him a little twofer.
We have taken objective apples.
I'll just put it on the bunker, and he was right in front of me. Yeah, we are not doing very hot either.
You see him? The shock trooper.
Where? I don't see him. Yep, he's in the bunker. Or he was. Yep, the grenade spam.
I need ammunition. I need ammunition.
I'm gonna get you. That was kind of rude, but... Because they'd be people.
Look behind me! Enemy shock trooper!
I'm gonna get ya! Ah, babushki! Oh, shit.
I have eyes on a shock trooper.
No! No, we're gonna lose handsomely. Oh, well, we're... No, I need to help the fight. Whee! Alright, come on. Let's lose less horribly. Oh, I hit somebody. Burn! I did 16 points of damage. Spot filler assist.
Capture the...
Oh, I was just aiming down the sight for him. Alright, let's just see the results and then call it good. That was my furry story / I now have in the name of the Tsar and freaking they shall not pass. This video is gonna be boring as hell. Apples? I want an apple. I like the green apples, those are my favorite. Did I get a battle pack? Yay, battle pack! Let's see what I've gotten in my battle pack. Now, of course, the only guy. I have 5 handgun kills, which is the best. What? I went out 15 and 11 because I'm terrible at this game. Ah, fuck! Damn it. I keep getting that one. Alright. You guys have a great afternoon. I'm gonna start eating crackers.